Setting up basic routing in your Angular application is fairly simple. In this example page, I have three routes. There's the home route that you see here, products, and about. So as I click each link here, you can see the route here, the /# changes to the name of the route. Also be aware that I have a default route. So if I go to the root of the application, it goes to home. We'll see in a minute how that works, but just know that there is a default route for when there's no route provided. Also, one thing that's pretty cool about routing in Angular is that you can do something called deep linking. So here I have the about route, but I originally went to the root of the application and then went to about. If I copy this link and open up a new tab and paste that link in, I go directly to the About tab. So it's pretty cool. You can have a specific route name there in your URL and put it in an email or something like that and send it to someone and go directly to a specific route. So let's see how this all works. The main place you want to start when setting up your routing in an Angular application is in your app routes.ts file. You first need to import the components that handle the various routes. So I've imported my home component, products component, and about component. And then down here we have a routes array that has an object or an element for each route of our routes. So I've got three objects here, one for home, one for products, one for about. And in this case, what you're doing is you're setting the path property to equal the string name of the route, home, products, and about. And then you have a component property that points to the component that handles that route. So when the user selects the home path, the home component handles that route. And when they choose products, the products component, and about, and so forth. But notice that although we only have three routes, there are four objects here. Well, that's because we have a default route. So this first object says when there's no route provided, when the string is empty, we redirect to home. And that's the reason why, as we saw earlier, when we go to the base of the application, we wind up at the home route. So I can change this very easily. I can say, well, when there's no route provided, I want to go to products. So the default route is now products. So if I go to the root of the application, I'll wind up at products, which is pretty cool. If I do that again in a different tab, you'll see that we go to products. So that can easily be changed once again if I wanted it to make it to about. I change it here, and then if we go to the root, we go to about. So just the main thing to focus on with basic routing in Angular is that you've got your routes array in your routes.ts file, and you have an object for each route that you want to set up, and for each object you have a path property, and the value of that is the name of the route, and you have a component property that points to the component that will handle that route. And then you also have your redirect to, or your default route object, with a path of empty string and a redirect to whichever route you want to show when no route is specified. There's definitely a lot more to dig into with routing in Angular, but that's the basics, and you can get up and running pretty quickly with that as long as you have your components set up that match the routes that you've defined in routes.ts. Here I've got about and home and products, and each component is pretty simple, just a component and a template, but it's in app routes.ts that you really want to configure the routes in your application.